Hey Stampers, Kim from stampingandperfection.com. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm creating a video for TLC Designs today. That's To Live Creatively Designs. And I am using the Celebrate frame die set today. I'm working on adding to my birthday card stash this month, so I'm creating a lot of birthday cards. And this frame set, this die set, actually allows me to create an entire card with no stamping whatsoever. I'm just going to do die cutting. You can see that there are 4 different frames there. And I'm going to start with a piece of white cardstock. This is cut 4 1/4 by 11. I scored and folded it at 5 1/2. And I'm going to use that outer frame. I love this outer frame. There's so much going on with the frame. It's like a party on a frame. But I want to preserve the fold, so I'm going to put that cutting strip above the fold. So I'm going to tape this, and I want to make sure I get this taped really well. And it doesn't matter whether it's centered on the card or not, because it's basically going to reshape the card. So I'm going to tape that on really well. So I'm going to die cut that out. Then I'm going to take that second frame, and that's going to sit on top of that card base. So I love this. I have this paper in my stash that I love. It's all hearts, it's rainbows. I'm trying to make a very colorful card, so I decided I'll cut that frame out of the pretty heart paper. Then there are 2 more frames. Now, if I put these together, if you look at this one, it's got 1 cutting edge. So that's going to cut out an oval with the words celebrate. If I put that second frame inside, that second die inside there, it's going to cut out an oval frame with the word celebrate. But if I cut them separately, then I'm going to get 2 oval pieces. The larger one will have the word celebrate. Now I have a cake that I think is really fun, and I'm just looking through this set of papers that I have. It's super colorful. I just want this very colorful, happy card. And I'm trying to decide, should I use a different paper for these other 2 pieces? Because these are basically the dies you're going to use for the focal point. But I decided that I'm going to do the little candle and put it inside, and that I'm going to do the cake with the same paper that I'm using for that second frame die. So I'm going to die cut all of this out, and I'll be right back. So I've got everything all die cut, and you can see that fantastic bottom. And I decided that I really wanted some dimension. So I pulled out this set of sticky back foam sheets that I have. These are little craft foams from Doris, and I've got a whole package. They come in a rainbow of colors. So I'm just cutting it down, and I'm going to cut each of these things out again in the foam, except for the largest frame. So I'm going to cut the 2 ovals, the cake, that rectangle piece, and the candle. Actually, the candle I'm not cutting either. So I'm not cutting the largest one, and I'm not cutting the candle out. Everything else I'm going to recut with that purple foam. And I'm using the purple because there is a lot of purple in this paper. So if it shows on the side, which it will, it's going to look nice. So I'm just pulling all of these out. And I like these foamy pieces because they have the sticky back. So it makes it easier. I won't have to fuss too much with, I really wanted to pop everything up, and to do like that little cake would be crazy. So here's the package of foamies that I used. I really like this. I have a lot of black and white, but I got the colorful ones because I just purchased a bunch of colored cardstock. So I'm just going to put that down, and I'm going to put the sticky part on the paper, and I'm just going to line that up. And now when you cut out the foam, it kind of gets smushed a little bit. So it's a little bit bigger than the paper, but it's purple. So that's okay. It's almost like I put a purple mat underneath. And it's very subtle. It looks nice from the side when the card is all done. So I'm just going to put some glue. I have this art glitter glue that I quite like. And I decided I would get the bigger bottle out, and I haven't used the bigger bottle really except to fill the smaller bottle, so I get a big blob of glue. So I pulled out an old bone folder, and I'm just going to spread that glue around a little bit, and I'll clean my bone folder off later. And then I'm just going to smear the glue on and put this down on top of my card base. So you can see I've opened up the card base, and isn't that pretty? I love that frame. It seriously is like a party on the card there. There's so much going on. I love it. Like usually it's just a plain frame and it's kind of like wasted space, but this one does not waste space. It gives you a lot of detail, a lot of fun detail for a birthday celebration card or any kind of celebration. Like I think you could use this for many things. And you don't need to use every part. I'm using every part of this die set. You don't need to do that. You can pick just one part of these. I can guarantee that that rectangular frame with the stitched edge that I just die cut in the heart pattern will be used on a scrapbook page somewhere, because that's a perfect photo mat, and I love the stitch detail. So I've got everything cut out of the foam now. Once I did the first couple pieces, I realized this will be so much easier to do the entire thing with this foam. Then everything's going to get dimension. So I'm going to just attach all of these pieces to their coordinating foam pieces, and I'll put them on the card front. So I'm starting with the little oval, and I'm putting that with the little oval paper, and I'm using the sticky back to stick to the paper that I die cut. I assumed that would probably be the best way to do it. Now the cake, I can't use the sticky back. I have to glue that to the front. So I'm going to take my art glitter glue that has a special applicator tip, and I'm just going to put some dots of glue all around the outside. That fine applicator tip, to have a little bottle of liquid glue with a fine applicator tip is really nice. Now I can't locate my tweezers at the moment, so I'll just make do. I'm going to stick that on the foam piece that goes with it and try to line it up as well as I can. And there's not a lot of wiggle room with the art glitter glue, not like the Tombow glue. The Tombow glue, you have a little wiggle room. I'm finding that the art glitter glue, which is new for me, I just purchased this, but I'm finding that it is not allowing me as much wiggle room, but boy does this stuff stick. I love it. So now I'm just going to stick that down to the front. I'm pretty excited with all the dimension I'm getting here. So this Celebrate piece, I also have to use the glue on the front because I can't flip that over or the Celebrate won't line up with the paper that I die cut out. So this is so pretty. I love that that Celebrate is attached. I don't have to mess around with the sentiment strip. I could put a sentiment strip on, like if this, I wanted to put a happy birthday on, or, maybe the celebration is something different than a birthday, a new job or something like that. I could do that. But I think this is just a super fun die set. There's so many little details, and you could just use this one part on a card without all the other parts if you wanted to. So I feel like that you're getting a lot of value for your money here. Like that's one of the reasons why I purchased this. I felt like I can get a lot of uses out of this. Like I can use some of these pieces for my scrapbook layouts. I can use them one piece on a card, or I can use all of it together like this to make a quick and simple card. It's just a matter of die cutting all the pieces out, and you don't have to put the dimension with the foam. Like the foam is taking extra time. Without the foam, I probably could have had this together, die cutting it and everything in 5 minutes. So you can see how quickly that is it. That's the card front. So I love that. I put the little candle on the inside. I just glued that on the inside, just wiping up some excess glue I had on my finger. And that is that. Isn't it beautiful? Like it's so much fun. And look at the dimension. Like there's a lot of dimension there. So I really like it. So that's going to complete my card. Super fun. So again, this is the Celebrate Frame die set from tlcdesigns.shop. And I will put all the links to this below, and you can grab this and make some beautiful cards. Please give this video a thumbs up, and if you aren't subscribed, I would love to have you subscribe to my channel and click the bell so you get notifications every time I upload a new video. Thank you for watching.